Oopsie. I was freaking muted. Great start. Great start to the game. Anyways, good morning, everybody. we've got Mr. Potato against Omega Origins. Their bands. Anyways, they just picked DT2. Link. Yo, oh my goodness. I'm so I'm so all over the place. I can't believe I was muted. Okay. Anywho, okay, so this DT2 is going to be 240 AVPM, 3.5 minutes, and arrow 10.2. We've been seeing this map pretty much every match. It's been an easy FC, so we will see who has it. Usually it's been like just the middle part that we've seen a lot of people break on, which this has been a map that has made a lot of people lose HP on. Everybody seems to be keeping about the same act at 99. Mr. Potato did drop a little bit. Both keeping the FC. This one's just a little tappy, not heavy streams. Just a lot of bursts and whatnot, but nothing too intense. Mr. Potato sitting at about 98.5, which is why it's leading over to Mr. Oh, Mr. Potato does find a miss. That's not looking good since we're again at the middle of the map. If Omega FCs, this is gonna make him lose a lot of HP. It looks like even with those act drops coming from Omega, or I'm just gonna call him Origins. Since Omega's too long. And there has been some act drops as well coming from Mr. Potato, who's sitting at 97 and just 100 that whole stream. Omega's still sitting strong at about 98 act. If we do see this FC, oof, it's already fairly strong. We're gonna see him at 450,000 HP. For right at the bat is not going to set him up for success. And first point is gonna go to Origins, which I mean, it seems like a map he was very comfortable on. I can see why he would pick it first, just to get it out of the way, because he knows it's going to be an easy win. We saw Mr. Potato struggle at the midsection, which made him drop a lot of AC and combo. We did see an FC from Origins. Anywho, I wonder what they're gonna pick into next. Hard Rock 2, was that not his neutral? Am I forgetting, right? No, that was not his neutral. That was Hard Rock 3. Okay, so stats for this map are going to be 147 BPM, a little under 2 minutes, and obviously 10 AR. CS 6.5, so a little small. I believe this was just kind of the stam consistency pick. Yes. Alright, and going into the map. Oh my goodness me. Already some act drops coming from Origins. MrPotato sitting at almost 99, whilst Origins is at 94. All of our eyes on Origin. Already a quarter way into the map. Because this map is so short, act is really going to make a huge difference. Everybody seems to be holding just fine, but that score difference of about 30k from his act alone isn't too good for him. This is definitely a very missable map because of how spacey those flow sections are. So we definitely see some players get tripped up on those. MrPotato is sitting at 99.6 now. Origins has been getting up his act a little bit, but he's just not doing it enough in comparison. But MrPotato finds a chain miss. That is not going to help him with a quarter of the map left. Even with Origins' slightly lower act, he's just going to be able to take this over fairly quickly. Oh boy, that's so mean! And it looks like Origin is going to take the next point. This HP is not looking good for MrPotato. Even with that lower ag from that start for Origins, he still was able to take it over from that one miss. Even with his 99 ag, it just took it down. All right, MrPotato is sitting at 170k HP, whilst Origins is still at 800. 3 FCs to close out the match. If I got out of bed just for that, goodbye, ref. What did I just miss? Me when I'm blind as well. Alrighty, it looks like the next pick is going to be DT3. This map slips my mind every time. Stats are going to be BPM 210, a little under 2 minutes. AR 9.87. So for a DT map, fairly low. If I remember right, it is definitely some finger control. We are seeing shorter maps, so again, he's probably trying to close out this match fairly quickly. Just a sleeper build. Oh, early miss from Origins. Nerves getting to him, I presume. Alright, starting out, we do see 98 ag from MrPotato and 95 coming from Origins. Going in his first key eye. Both players seem to be holding. We are a third way into the map, and Origins 97 ag is probably not going to help him, but we have seen him so far just absolutely dominate. There is a 100k score gap, but if we do see a miss coming from MrPotato, it will definitely just go straight to Origins. Alright, 99 to 97 ag. It's not looking good, but the scores won't affect him just as much HP wise if he can't take the win on this one. Most players seem to be holding into this last key eye. It's Origins does find another miss, but it is at the end of the map, so it's not going to make any difference. FC coming from MrPotato. Oh my god, I had to sneeze. Almost 99 ag to 97.5. Still very good score coming from Origins. That miss at the beginning definitely also did not help him and his ag struggles we've seen so far, even though he's been able to take the last 2 points. Right, looks like HP we're gonna see is 170k to 160. I mean, excuse me, 460. Me and I can't read. Oh, we're going into the PS1. That is... Let me look. That is his pillar. That is his pillar. Right. No, it is... Yep. No. It is his pillar. I gotta remember the order. Yes, this is going to be Mr. Potato's pillar. Wow, English is hard today. Alright, if Origin is able to take this pick, he could potentially drain MrPotato's HP. But that is really only if we do see an FC coming from him. Stats for this map are going to be still fairly short, sitting at 212, and BPM 210, and AR 9.0. Oh, this is, oh, hold on. Hold on. Hello? Yes, this is the map. I literally just got so confused. The freaking panic button was not working. Anyways, we see an SC so far coming from MrPotato, and we only have a third of the map left. Oh, but he does find another miss, but there is a 300k score, 200k score difference. I can't read. But again, Origin is struggling with its accuracy, sitting on only 91, whilst Potato is at 98. But if we do see Potato struggle to keep more... You know what? Actually, I don't think there's enough map left for him to take this back over. It's gonna be a 90k score... Excuse me, I can't read today. It's gonna be a 60k score difference. But that is more of a difference because it's 1.3, but I can't do the math on top of my head. Wait, hold on. Wait, what is his HP left? Did I read that right? Okay. Why is it a little off? Alright, looks like we're going into the longest map in the pool, but this is his pillar, so he might be just trying to close it out. Excuse me, why is his HP at 800% now? Yo, this thing is gonna make me trip out, but it's okay. We're locking in together. Onion is gonna have to fix this again. I feel bad. He tried to fix it this morning and it didn't work. He took a healing potion, no, so real. Okay, this map is the OWCTB. It is sitting at almost 7 minutes, 640, BPM 205, AR 9.7. So fairly high, and we have seen a lot of people struggle in this map. Their best bet is being able to keep combo in the first half, because the second half, especially the last quarter, is pretty much fully RNG for every single last player. Ooh, 100 on that whole stream for MrPotato. But both are already sitting at some rough accuracies. I do believe we haven't seen more than 250k on this map flat before the multiplier. Maybe 350. I could be lying to my face. Score is going to keep flickering even with those 100s all from MrPotato. Looks like they're swapping on potential accuracies, and I fully lied because Origin does find a miss on that space stream. Now it does ramp up pretty hard right now, and it's gonna become super snappy in a way. Not too dense. We're still seeing an FC coming from MrPotato. Both of them have about the same hack, and another miss from Origin. I definitely think he probably picked this just because it is his pillar, not because necessarily he feels as comfortable on the pick. I know we also seen that quite often today. Origin is definitely going to need a break from MrPotato, and I just manifested it as well. There is some rebuilded combo coming from Origins, but he's gonna need to hold quite a bit more because we are a third way into the map. Ooh, another miss from MrPotato. Going this little slower part, we're gonna have to see them both hold. Because this map does not let up fairly often. Let's hope none of them get tripped up on those buzz sliders and the cuts. And I fully lied because Origin does find a miss on a whole one. Just not gonna look good for him. MrPotato sitting at about a 500k difference. And again, I don't know why I said that. Anyways, so they both did find quite a bit of breaks, sitting at about the same accuracy, a little bit in favor of Origins. They are at the halfway point, and this is just going to get harder from here. Ooh, all of those space sections seem to be struggling for MrPotato. A little bit of comfortability coming from Origins, but not as much as you would want to see. Okay, there's only a... Can I do math? 4k score difference. And we are halfway through the map, and MrPotato dropped even more ags, sitting at 91, whilst Origin is at about 94. Now, after this section, it will not be looking good for either player, I presume. It just keeps going, and we've seen a lot of people struggle so far. But it is a good sign that they both have about the same score, because it will look better for Origins. But he does find another miss going into the stream part. Oh, but the chain all the way from MrPotato at the end. Now this is where it just gets dangerous. We see a lot of chain misses coming from most players, but we've seen a little bit of holding coming from Origin and MrPotato. Oh, but MrPotato does find a miss. Oh my. Ooh, just breaks on both sides. We have a quarter of the map left with ag advantage for Origins. Score advantage 2 at about a 10k lead. But remember, he does have the multiplier. Ooh, brace from both players. This is where it gets really tapping heavy, and we're gonna see some heavy BPM stream section right at the end. Ooh, that whole just chain everywhere coming from Origin, but MrPotato does miss, but that chain is definitely not going to help him. The score is still fairly close, but factoring in the multiplier, I don't think MrPotato is going to be able to take this over unless we see insane chain misses from Origin. What a disturbing stream. Now this is just straight stab. Both players actually seem to be doing quite well on this section, but MrPotato does find a miss. Now it just gets super intense from here. I'm glad I'm not playing this map. Ooh, MrPotato with just a complete mess over the board. And it looks like Origin is going to take the pick. And with the multiplier, I think he might still have. Yeah, he's got 81k, so he's still in the game. We are proud of MrPotato. He is still in the game. Five, 8, 3, 5, 8, 3. Yes. Okay. Not completely blind. Okay, so MrPotato, we still got him in. This is his pick. So we'll see if he can hold on strong. It is going to be 81k against 196. So if we see any breaks from MrPotato going into this next pick, it could be deadly for him. His bet best bet is definitely going for something a lot safer. Oh, please don't pick the 5-minute map. All right, looks like we are going to be going English. Hello. Looks like we are going to go into the Hard Rock 3, which is the neutralized map, so it's going to be half score, so like half HP. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, is there a timeout? Alright, we've actually only seen this map, I think, once or twice today. Stats for this pick are going to be BPM 172, 330 in length, and obviously AR. Did I look at that? No, am I going? Yes, I'm looking at the right one. Yeah, obviously AR 10. This one is just like kind of a casually tech map. Nothing too insanely intense. This map doesn't have super slider. Excuse me. Hello. Super intense sliders with a lot of slider tricks, so you are able to cheese a good amount of it. If we see an FC, which, you know, could happen. If we see an FC from either player, if not that, half score from both of them could still potentially take them out. Alright, looks like good lucks are coming out. And we'll see how the map goes. Ooh, Orange almost went the wrong way on the first slider. Already off the back, not too good on AC coming from Origin. MrPotato sitting at 97 is pretty fine, I'd say. He's able to hold that all the way through. Going into this first KI, both players seem to be holding with a little bit of back advantage coming from Mr. Potato. Both players not seeming to take an absurd amount of slider ends. Origin almost got hit by that slider. Girl, me too. Little bit of action drops coming from him, sitting at 97. Going into the third, and he finds a miss on that spinner. That's not going to be good if we see Mr. Potato keep holding through. Especially missing on that halfway point. That's always the worst experience. Mr. Potato is still holding on strong. Understandable why he would pick this map. I'm pretty sure he picked this map. Yes. Am I gaslighting myself? No, he did pick this map. Third of the map left. Going into the slow section, we are going to hope to see both players hold, but Origin did miss right before this section, so going into the next key eye is not going to be solid. Mr. Potato just looks so comfortable. Now, Origin is sight reading this pick. I believe it's so. Alright, closing out, we do see Mr. Potato with a 300k lead, which it is neutralized, so it is half damage, but it... Oof. Oof. I don't know. Can he take that? Is that gonna be... Is that gonna be the end? Hold on now. Oops. I keep hitting the wrong button. Ignore that. You saw nothing. Oh wait, I think. Hold on. Is that with the diminished? No. Guess what? Guess what? Origin is still in the game. He actually has 21k left. Look at him go. He's like that. He's like that. Okay, hold on. I actually messed this up. Let me fix it really quick. I hit it whilst I was doing other things. Okay, back and better. All right, it is 3-2-3 with 81k to 21k. Oofy, that with oof. I'm curious as to what Origin is going to go against. Oof. You gave him your energy, so real. Brian McDonald. He's not out of the game just yet. Right now, this is literally... This is gonna be... Whoever wins this is winning the pick. We'll see, because it's just gonna be straight based on HP. Alright, it looks like he's gonna pick into that DT1, which is not a neutralize or a pillar, so it's just gonna be base score. Alright, looks like MrPotato is not too happy on this pick. Alright, stats for this one are going to be 2.5 minutes, AR 10.3, so pretty high, and BPM 308. Crazy enough, we have been seeing a lot of the higher seeds lose so far due to HP over everything. It's definitely going to be a skill dip you probably see with a lot of these players struggling more on lower SR, which is definitely what's going to affect a lot of these players. HPs, my goodness me. Alright, going into the map, I would be cooked as well. Now, this map is fairly ulty. You see a lot of snaps. I think more in the second half, it is more like awkward aim. There was an early break coming from MrPotato. Not looking good. We're already almost a quarter way into the map. Nurse could be getting bro. I know they would for me. We're just gonna have to hope. Wait a minute. Wait, they're on different sides. Why are they on different sides? Ooh, wait. They fucking forgot to switch. Great, thank you. Great. All right, guys. We're just waiting. MrPotato just find another baby. Does he not win anyway? Shh. Hey, just say he could come back from the dead. Well, yeah, it looks like it is going to be GG's for MrPotato. Even with a quarter of the map left, there is just no coming back from this at a 300k score difference. You would think Origin would have picked this map sooner, just to like really throw MrPotato under the rug. Is that the phrase? Yeah, under the rug. Your energy was put to use solely. Oh my god. Sorry, I just hiccuped. Uh, okay, looks like the good win is going to go to Mr. Potato. Ignore the HP bar. He did very well. Both players did really well. It was a close match coming at that in before that last map. We're gonna pretend like that last map. And he doesn't have negative HP. He actually just has 0. No negativity, just 0. Alright, that will be the last match of today. There is going to be 2 tomorrow, which I will be streaming at 17 UTC and 19 UTC. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.